It doesn't take much to believe the opening claim of Last Breath. Saturation diving is one of the most dangerous jobs on the planet. The intro lays it out plainly. Divers are sent hundreds of feet below the ocean's surface, in total darkness, encased in metal suits and breathing helium-oxygen mixes, to tinker with miles of undersea pipeline. It's a hostile environment where the wrong move, or simply bad luck, can end a life. As one character bluntly puts it, it might as well be outer space. Last Breath, directed by Alex Parkinson, adapts his 2019 documentary into a dramatized survival thriller. It benefits from staying close to its source, the real-life 2012 North Sea diving accident that left diver Chris Lemons stranded in one of the most uninhabitable places on Earth. And for most of its runtime, it's a tightly constructed, process-driven film that doesn't waste time. There are no flashy heroics, just hyper-competent people calmly facing an unimaginable crisis. We follow Chris, Finn Cole, a relatively new diver, on a routine assignment to fix pipeline infrastructure beneath the waves. He's paired with the stoic Dave, Simu Liu, a diver known more for his precision than his personality, while Duncan, Woody Harrelson, perfectly cast in his usual laid-back authority role, oversees operations from the diving bell. There's little character development, but the actors do what they can within the narrow emotional range the script gives them. This is a film far more interested in what they do than who they are. To its credit, that focus works. For a while. The film's commitment to realism is impressive. The procedural elements of saturation diving are fascinating and terrifying. The tight spaces, the miles of cables and valves, the constant awareness that the sea can kill you in seconds. Parkinson captures it all with a mix of cinematic and documentary-style footage that blurs the line between real and dramatized, keeping the tension high, even before disaster strikes. And when it does, the movie grips hard. There are few things more nerve-wracking than watching a diver's oxygen slowly tick down. Or worse, the minutes without oxygen clock tick up. I genuinely felt anxious. My hands were clenched. I may have pulled out a couple of hairs. The film doesn't need to shout to be suspenseful. It just lets the situation speak for itself. The darkness, the silence, the equipment, the cold, all of it becomes suffocating. But once the crisis resolves, Last Breath seems unsure what to do with itself. The aftermath feels like an afterthought, capped off with a jarringly light-toned epilogue that undermines some of the emotional weight it worked so hard to build. I wish the film had spent as much time unpacking the psychological impact of survival as it did building up the procedure and the panic. Visually, it's immersive. Technically, it's solid. But emotionally, it falls a bit flat. I was impressed, but not moved. Bored even, in parts between the action. Yes, I was tempted to check my phone. Still, the high-tension centerpiece is worth experiencing. It's a fascinating story of human resilience in the face of unrelenting nature. I give Last Breath a 5.5 out of 10. A strong concept, a tense core, but ultimately not quite the deep dive I hoped for.